Yes, good evening or good morning, everyone. It depends on where you are. This is Tawar, the Africa we all love. As you know, as usual, we are going to talk about many things as we normally do. So today we have a topic. Our topic is Russia using persevertive bombs or laser beam bombs or weapons to destroy USA? This is a question that everyone can ask themselves because if you can see very well what is happening in US, or even in many other Western countries, since the start of this special military operation, or I can call it a war as Westerners call it. We've been seeing very many things happen in Western world, in Spain, in Portugal, in France, in Germany. These things of wildfires happened, and we have seen it happen very often. Now, my question is really Russia using persevered weapons, laser weapons, to strike on Western world? So for actually US, it's not the first time that it has happened. It has happened even last year, and even I can call in 2022 it also happened. These are things that have happened very often. Yes, well, it happened even before that, before the war in Ukraine, but it has happened very many times, very often in recent days, really. So my question is still, is Russia striking US using laser weapons, laser beam weapons that they have? Their newest weapon that is called Perseverate is a weapon which uses, of course, laser beam. So it's a weapon that is used actually is used as an air defense system used against airplanes and some types of ballistic bombs, or I can call them ballistic weapons. I can call them, of course, ballistic weapons or bombs that they actually use. Yes, these ballistic missiles that are being even used in Ukraine, and I've not seen them being used very many times in Ukraine, but they have been put there. They have been deployed as a new weapon, which is used as a defense system against, of course, to stop airplanes or fighter jets, or I can call them even drones, even missiles, ballistic missiles. These weapons have been used not many times in Ukraine, but they have been deployed as the new defense system in Russia. So now I wonder what is happening in USA, in California. Very many people have been displaced because of these fires, these wildfires. Now, does it have anything to do with Russia and Ukraine war, or is it simply powers showing each other that they can do something against each other? Because if you can recall well, Russia has been saying that it's USA that has had or has put a hand in terrorist attacks, like the ones that happened in Russia. Very many terrorist attacks, like in Crocus Hall, that was in Moscow. Or the ones that have happened in Dagestan, that is another city in Russia. So Russians have been accusing USA that they have had a hand, or they have put a hand in that, in preparation, in organizing, and even in execution of those attacks, of those terrorist attacks. Not only Russia, not only US or Americans, but also British people. British intelligence. The Russians have said that British intelligence was behind those attacks. Of course, without forgetting Ukraine, but Ukraine, it's understandable since they are in a war against each other. So this one can't be a big mistake, a big gamble if they were having a hand in that, in organizing that. Even though it is a terrorist attack, but that one can be a little bit somehow understandable since they are fighting each other. Now, my question remains the same. Is Russia having a hand in what is happening in USA or in many other countries, in Western countries, especially these things related to wildfires? These things are really abnormal. You can see on the video that I have had here, you can see very well that these fires aren't joking, aren't any of a joke. I've guys told you that many hundreds of thousands have been displaced in California. This is not something very usual. It's not something usual for sure. So now you've got to tell me in your comment section, in my comment section there, we can meet there and you tell us, reminding you this is Tawal, the Africa we all love. This time we have come as talking about things that are not surely related to Africa, but it's all the trending news, especially if we can call them the news that are affecting big powers. So these are the big news that we can share, and they are in a way affecting lives of people. Even if you are African or you are not African, you are Indian, you are American, you are white, you are black, you are which type of color or with which type of race, it's not normal, it's not possible, it's not acceptable that lives can be lost. No life, every life I can say matters. So even if it is not in Africa, but they are still people. So we have to talk about what is happening to them, since they are also humans as us. So we are going to talk about this for this time. Yes, so let us meet in the section, comment section there. You will tell me that what you think. What do you really think? Is it really related to Russia? Is it Russia causing this, or probably it's other causes? Since these big powers can't even admit it, even if it can be Russia. They can't admit it because their esteem has been lowered, can be lowered if they admit that their biggest enemy today is the one causing problems and troubles in their own country. Let's remind ourselves something that the Russian president Vladimir Putin has said recently. He said that you have been causing us problems through terrorist attacks, but we also can do some harm to you. And it is something he said many days ago, like 2 years ago, where he said he recalled that they also have friends in US and other European countries. So I wonder whether this is what they have started doing, showing them that they can do something to them also. What do you think? Let's meet in the comment section. This is to remind you that this is Tawal, the Africa we all love. I've decided to add Africa simply because I have seen that I may have many other towers around the world that are not related to our tower here. So this is Tower Africa, the Africa we all love. We talk about many things. We haven't yet started talk about sport or entertainment, simply because I've also promised you to talk about them, but we haven't yet even started. We are getting started. We haven't yet reached anywhere we want to reach, but I promise you it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire, simply because Tawal has to be the best. We have to be the best, as Africa is the biggest provider of of minerals in the world today. Simply, even Europeans have started to admit that the Africa is their future. That's a big problem anyway. Because this is our continent, so it should be it should actually be the future of Africans, not the future of Europeans, of anyone or of anyone else. So this Africa has to be the future of ours and the future of anyone else. So who want to live with us in peace, peacefully. Thank you so much. So let me thank you so much. Let me ask you to subscribe, like, comment, and we share ideas. Tell us what we can do better to improve our channel, to improve our communication with you guys. Thank you so much. This is Tawal, the Africa we all love. Thank you so much. Ciao, ciao. See you soon. Love you so much.